Welcome to the channel. Today we will discuss topic: the rise of Islam in Australia. The story of Islam in Australia is a journey of faith, resilience, and integration, which has woven itself into the broader Australian narrative over centuries. Islam arrived in Australia long before European settlement, tracing back to the early interactions between Muslim Makassar fishermen from Indonesia and Aboriginal communities in northern Australia. This relationship laid the foundations for what would eventually become a diverse and vibrant Muslim presence in the country. The Makassars brought with them a rich cultural and religious heritage, engaging in trade, intermarriage, and cultural exchange with indigenous Australians. They primarily sought trepang, or sea cucumber, which was a valuable commodity in Southeast Asian markets. Over time, these exchanges fostered mutual respect and understanding, and the influence of the Makassars on Aboriginal culture and language remains evident to this day. The next wave of Muslim migration occurred during the mid-19th century, when Afghan cameleers arrived to assist with the exploration and transportation needs of Australia's vast, arid interior. These Afghan cameleers, often referred to as Gans, played a vital role in connecting remote communities and establishing trade routes that would later support the development of infrastructure and the spread of agriculture. They built the first mosques in Australia, small but significant structures that symbolized their dedication to preserving their faith in a foreign land. The camel trade flourished for decades, and the cameleers' skills and resilience were instrumental in helping Australia's interior develop. However, with the advent of motorized transport in the early 20th century, their role diminished, and many cameleers returned to their countries of origin. Those who stayed contributed to the multicultural fabric of Australia, and the descendants still live in parts of the country today. As the 20th century progressed, the Muslim population in Australia remained small, primarily composed of descendants of the Makassars and cameleers, along with a handful of converts. However, global events such as the partition of India, the Indonesian independence movement, and conflicts in the Middle East spurred a new wave of Muslim immigration. Post-World War II saw an influx of migrants from Turkey, Lebanon, and Bosnia, who came to Australia seeking stability and economic opportunities. They brought with them their own unique Islamic traditions, further diversifying the Muslim community in Australia. These migrants established mosques, schools, and community centers, fostering a sense of belonging and continuity for Muslims in Australia. The establishment of these institutions was a crucial step in helping the community retain its cultural and religious identity while adapting to life in a new country. It also introduced Australians to Islamic culture, which was often misunderstood or unknown to the broader public at the time. The dismantling of the White Australia policy in the 1970s marked a turning point for the Muslim community. This policy had restricted non-European immigration for decades, limiting the growth of Australia's Muslim population. With its repeal, Australia embraced multiculturalism, and Muslims from various backgrounds began arriving in larger numbers. Refugees fleeing conflict in countries such as Lebanon, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Bosnia sought asylum in Australia, and the Muslim population grew significantly. These new arrivals faced the dual challenges of adapting to a new culture while grappling with the trauma of displacement. Nevertheless, they displayed remarkable resilience, establishing vibrant communities and contributing to Australia's economy, arts, and public life. The expansion of Islamic institutions during this period was notable. Mosques were built in cities and towns across Australia, providing spaces for worship, education, and community support. Islamic schools were established, offering a curriculum that integrated religious and secular education, helping young Muslims navigate their dual identity as Australians and Muslims. These institutions became essential in fostering a strong sense of community and continuity, allowing Muslims to practice their faith freely and openly. Despite these positive developments, the Muslim community in Australia has faced significant challenges, particularly in the form of prejudice and discrimination. Incidents of Islamophobia have occurred, especially in the wake of global events that have fueled negative stereotypes about Islam. The September 11th attacks in 2001 and subsequent incidents of terrorism in other parts of the world led to an increase in suspicion and scrutiny of Muslims in Australia. The Australian government introduced counter-terrorism measures aimed at national security, but these policies have sometimes been criticized for disproportionately targeting the Muslim community. Muslims in Australia have often found themselves in the difficult position of having to defend their faith against misconceptions, while simultaneously navigating the pressures of assimilation and integration. However, many Muslim Australians have responded by engaging more actively in public life, seeking to build bridges of understanding and dismantle stereotypes. Organisations such as the Australian Federation of Islamic Councils and the Islamic Council of Victoria have played a key role in advocating for Muslim rights and promoting interfaith dialogue. The younger generation of Australian Muslims has emerged as a powerful force for change, blending their cultural heritage with a strong sense of Australian identity. Many young Muslims are pursuing higher education, entering professional fields, and participating in politics, sports, and the arts. This generation is redefining what it means to be both Muslim and Australian, challenging stereotypes and contributing to a more inclusive society. Prominent Muslim Australians, including athletes, academics, and community leaders, have become role models, showcasing the diversity and talent within the Muslim community. Media representation of Muslims in Australia has also improved, with Muslim voices increasingly included in discussions on social and political issues. This shift has been essential in countering negative portrayals of Muslims and promoting a more accurate understanding of Islam. Social media has provided a platform for young Muslims to express their views, share their experiences, and connect with others. Through blogs, videos, and social media posts, they are challenging misconceptions and building a more nuanced narrative about Islam in Australia. These efforts are helping to foster a greater understanding and appreciation of the Muslim community's contributions to Australian society. The rise of Islam in Australia has been marked by both achievements and struggles. Muslims in Australia have successfully established a vibrant community that is an integral part of the country's multicultural landscape. They have built mosques, schools, and organizations that support their religious and cultural needs, while also contributing to the broader society. At the same time, they have had to confront challenges such as discrimination and the pressures of integration, which have at times tested their resilience and unity. However, through their determination and commitment to their faith, they have overcome these obstacles and continue to thrive. Australia's embrace of multiculturalism has been instrumental in supporting the growth and integration of the Muslim community. Government policies that promote cultural diversity have helped Muslims feel accepted and valued as part of the Australian community. Interfaith initiatives and community programs have also played a crucial role in fostering understanding and respect between Muslims and people of other faiths. These efforts have helped to create a more inclusive society, where diversity is celebrated and individuals are free to practice their beliefs without fear or prejudice. In recent years, Muslims in Australia have continued to make significant contributions to various fields, including medicine, engineering, academia, and the arts. Their achievements serve as a testament to the positive impact of Islam in Australia and the valuable role that Muslims play in the country's development. Despite the challenges they face, the Muslim community in Australia remains resilient and optimistic about the future. They are committed to building a society that respects and values diversity, where everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs, can live in harmony and mutual respect. The rise of Islam in Australia is a testament to the strength of multiculturalism and the enduring power of faith and community. Muslims in Australia have navigated the challenges of integration with grace and determination, contributing to the country's social, cultural, and economic fabric. Through their efforts, they have helped to build a more inclusive and understanding society, where people of all backgrounds can coexist and thrive. The story of Islam in Australia is a powerful reminder of the importance of diversity and the strength that comes from unity. As the Muslim community continues to grow and evolve, it will undoubtedly play an increasingly vital role in shaping Australia's future, enriching the country with its values, traditions, and contributions. Thanks for watching video.